Hi guys, this is Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and today I am making a layout with the June kits. I have the main kit, I've also got the Pocket Life kit and the embellishment kit and the colour kit too, and I think I use a bit from everything. I am using 2 cut files today for this layout. They are not on the website yet, but they will be very, very soon. I have this fun sun and also the unicorn floaty, although that's not the bit I'm using. I'm using the banner from the top part of that cut file. So they'll be on the website very, very soon. Hopefully they'll even be on there by the time this video goes live. So what I've done is I've cut those cut files from white cardstock, and I've also cut a back part for the sun, a really colourful piece from one of the papers from the kit that's by Simple Stories and is called SunShine. The collection is called SunShine and Blue Skies, and this has a really lovely sunset effect on the paper, so I thought I'd cut it from the middle to get this lovely yellow line going across it and the 2 colours either side, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue. I love that variation. So I've cut my outline, my background for the sun out of that paper, and I'm just putting the lines on which I cut from white cardstock. As for the banner, I cut that out of pattern paper as well, the same sheet of paper actually, and I've just cut another version of it from white cardstock to go behind the letters, obviously without the letters cut out as well, so just cut the outline of that as well. I just chopped the ends off so that it was easier to stick. I am sticking this outline down with just a wet glue. It was a bit fiddly because the cut file was so skinny that it moved around a little bit, but that was definitely the best way of doing it. There was no foam pads involved, it was much too skinny for that. So you can see that now I have my 2 pieces, my 2 cut files that I'm able to kind of move around as one piece. They're kind of the because they're backed, therefore nothing shows through them, and that works really well. So I decided to use the sheet of paper that I used to cut the cut files from, the colourful sunset effect one, as my background. Or as a border for my background. So I have cut a piece of white card to 11.5 inches square and was going to just stick it on straight, but then I decided no, I wasn't going to do that, and I got another piece of 12 by 12 out, and I have stuck it on top of the background and then at an angle and then trimmed it down. This is something I learned from Judy Taylor, who I saw at the weekend. I've met her before, and she gave me this tip that actually what you do, because every time I try this it never looks right, but she told me that what you do is you put your piece of 12 by 12 white card on top of your background at the angle that you want it until it looks right, and then you stick it down and then you chop off the excess, and that has definitely made the process a lot better, although I still don't think that I'm quite as good as her at doing that. Also, angles don't sit that well with me, so we'll see if I do this very often. Probably not. So the other part of my assignment today, apart from using cut files, is to add some stitching. So I have just got my paper piercing tool there and my paper piercing mat, and I'm going around poking holes. So I am making holes around the sunglasses in the sun so that I can give the sunglasses some definition, and I'm going to do that with black thread so that he looks like a real cool dude. And I've also made some holes along the banner at the top of the page, and I'm just going to stitch across there, along there, a straight line, just to give it something to kind of look like it's hanging from, and I plan to tie bows at the end as well. So that's my stitching done across the top of the banner. Unfortunately, you can barely see it, and even at the end of the layout, you can still barely see it, so it was a bit pointless. However, the bows look cute, so I'm just currently tying the bows with the same coloured thread, and it matches the paper that I've cut the cut file from, the banner cut file from, really well as well. So that's cute, definitely cute, although it didn't quite have the same effect I was looking for. And now I'm going to stitch around the sunglasses for the sun. I say I've chosen black so that he looks like a real cool dude. I really wanted the sunglasses to stand out. The white outline is quite light, and I thought the black would be a real good pop of colour, and there's some black in the other parts of the collection as well. So I thought that would be a good pop. Okay, so there's my SunShine with his sunglasses on, all finished. And I've just stuck him in place. I've actually just tacked him with some tape, and I've tacked in my photo to roughly where I want as well. I've taken a pencil and I've drawn some starburst lines coming out from the sun, like sun rays. I'm going to do long stitching here. So literally, I'm going to pierce a hole at the end of each pencil line that I've drawn, and I'm going to tie my thread through, or stitch my thread through. But I'm going to not stitch it through with lots of little stitches. I'm going to do one long stitch for each one, so it's just one piece of thread. So for a start, that makes stitching a lot quicker, but also it gives a good effect in this case, because I wanted this to look like the sun rays, and I wanted them to be a solid line rather than lots of small lines. It looks really effective actually. Once it's finished, the sun really does look like it's shining in the sky. So yeah, definitely was worthwhile doing these sun rays. So what I'm doing is I'm just securing my thread on the back with tape, and then I'm sewing through. I cut off my thread and tied off my thread, and then started a new piece after the photo, just because I didn't want to waste too much thread while I was doing it. So that is my sun complete with all the rays of sunshine coming off of him. And now I'm just going to build up that photo stack. So I'd already tacked my photo in place just with a tiny piece of tape, but that was easily lifted off and I can move that around no problem. I've gone for some of the Heidi Swapp stickers. There's some large stickers on the Heidi Swapp sticker sheet, quite a few actually of large ones, and I thought I would try and get these used on this layout here. So I really loved that one to the right of my photo that says "Love This Life," and I've just used that. I'm basically using it as a photo stack. They're kind of journaling blocks, but for me, I'm just going to use them as paper layers effectively. So I've got a yellow one in there and the big greeny blue one, and then a sticker, like a frame from the sticker sheet too. I'm also putting in to the left of the photo one of those lovely paper clips by Pink Fresh Studio Out and About collection. They're really lovely actually, travel themed and pretty, and that was a kind of like a rainbow. It went really well with the sunshine sunset effect of the background paper and the sun paper, so I've put that in place as well. And I'm just trying to get in some of the Vicki Boutin blooms. There's quite a few of them. Now, flowers aren't really my thing. I know everyone will gasp in horror because everyone loves flowers, but I'm just not that keen. They're fine, but they just don't float my boat that much. They're just not my favourite thing. I feel like they should be only for girls, which is silly. And this is a picture of me and my boy, so the flowers I am going to use, even though they're not my favourite thing. But yeah, so I'm trying to get those in place. So I'm struggling here with that one. I wanted it to be poking out from this side of the angled cardstock, but in the end I decided to go for tabs instead, like file tabs. They're on the Vicki Boutin sticker sheet, and I've got 3 of those down the right hand side of the layout there. And as for the other flowers that I'm trying to use, I've just poked some in under my photo and under the right corner of the photo stack as well. And I'm just going through and figuring out what else I can use. So I really love these banners, and every time I've tried to use them, they've just not looked right because they haven't been anchored to anything. So every time I've tried to use one, it's just not worked. But on this occasion, I can anchor them to the top of this page, and I already have the other summer banner going on anyway. So they actually look really good, and I'm so pleased that I finally managed to get some of these banners onto an actual layout rather than just teasing my layout with them. They've always gone on and come off again in the past, so that's really nice that I've got 2 of those banners at the top there, and the summer banner as well too, the cut file. So I'm carrying on persevering with these Vicki Boutin blooms, and I'm just using them as layers underneath my photo, the other stickers. I particularly prefer the ephemera rather than the stickers because I can give them some dimension when I can like curl up the edges a little bit to give them some dimension, whereas the stickers, the cardstock stickers, tend to stick really flat. However, you can just see there what I just did was put some foam pads underneath the stickers to make them stand up a little bit. So yeah, that's what I've done there. I've pulled this heart out of the Vicki Boutin ephemera as well. I love the hearts, and I've just given it an outline with a black pen. So black is not out of place on this layout because I have black around the sunglasses, and I've put in some black word stickers to the right of my photo as well. So now I'm just trying to get my title sorted. I like the idea of incorporating the title at the top with the word summer. So I was going to go for summer fun. The word fun is on the Vicki Boutin Thickers icons sheet, but then I found that Chamel's Sparkle City Thickers had the word sunshine on, and that works really well. So my title is now going to be Summer Sunshine, and I've put the word fun back to use on a different day. So I'm getting there now. I'm nearly done. I've got my title in place, I've got my sun and everything done. I've got quite a lot of paper layers going on, and I'm just putting in the last few colourful stickers that I can fit in. So that's a cute little camera that I've just put down by the heart. I added in a really bright circle, black heart in the middle with lots of different colours around the edge at the top there. I'm just coming in with some Amy Tangerine enamel hearts because they are fabulous. I've also got one of her, or two of her, sorry, foam flowers stuck in place as well. They are also awesome. I love those. I'm just sticking down my sun. So if you remember, I only tacked it in place, and I only tacked behind that kind of like the sunglasses area. So the rays of the sun is not stuck down at the moment. So I just wanted to make sure that was secure and not going to fall off at any point. So I've gone over and put a foam pad under each sun ray. And then I've chopped off the excess from the the left-hand side of the layout. I wanted it to overhang. I like the way that looks. It's a good little look to have an element chopped off the side of a page, so I thought I would do that here as well. And I'm just adding in some splatters using the two colours of Lindy's. So the pink and the yellow mixed together to make an orangey colour, and I've just gone around all around. Sorry about that, I just shook the camera there. I just wanted to add those all the way around the edge of the sun to kind of add to the starburst effect. And now I'm just adding in my journaling just underneath my title, and that is me done. That was, thank you very much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and my assignment today was cut files and stitching, and I have used the June kit. Thank you. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.